G'day guys, welcome back to my Aston Villa career mode. This is episode 20. Make sure to go back and check out the previous episodes to see how we got here. And in the start of this episode, you see our first match is going to be up against Swansea City in the FA Cup. I believe it's only round 3, so a little bit of a tough draw to go against another Premier League club so early on. But we are the defending champions, and I don't want to be getting knocked out of this cup anytime soon. Would obviously like to retain it if possible. But my goal is to try to just advance as far as we can into the Champions League and try to get into a top 4 spot again. Same as last year, but this year is seeming a bit more difficult. So maybe we're a bit of a one-season wonder type thing and our job's going to be on the line if that is the case. But you see, I'm just changing the squad up just a little bit just to just rotate it and get some guys some rest who need it, like Grealish and Nkunku. But yeah, it is January, so let me know down below if you think I should make any signings, or if I should sell some players. But you're gonna see later on what I do decide to do. But you can still leave your comments down below and guess who I've signed, or maybe for the next transfer window, who I should look to bring in, or what positions I should look to strengthen. Because at this stage, I'm not too sure. We have quite a decent team. You see, we're basically all 80 overalls and up, except that I'm playing some lower players for this game anyway. But yeah, game starts against Swansea City and it doesn't start off great for us. As you see, Martinez is forced to make a great save there. And speaking of Martinez, I'm not sure if he is the goalkeeper to take us forward and to win titles and that sort of thing. But he comes out for this corner here, but the Swansea player sees him off his line and he just gets stuck behind his centre backs, I think, there. And the Swansea player chips it in, so very disappointed to give up a silly goal like that. But we fire a deep shot with Traore here to try to respond straight away, but it clangs off the upright and Swansea get away with that one. And they're looking to double their lead here through a low, and he's beaten my defence one-on-one with the keeper, and he chips Martinez and my defender can't get back in time. And Swansea go up 2-0 in the first half, and we're going to have to skip ahead to the second half now, where Ross Barkley rockets one in from outside the box to give us a chance to stay in the tie. And then we have a corner, and Wesley, who's quite good on these corners and he's having quite a great season. If it wasn't for Watkins putting up basically historic numbers, Wesley would definitely be knocking on the door to start. But you see there, we tie the game up at 2-0, and this is going to go to a replay later in the episode. As you see there, we definitely had a lot more chances, but Swansea were just really clinical and made the most and had really quite easy chances there. As you see, we get an email now to loan out one of our youngsters in Ingram. Definitely going to try and get that done, but I'm not going to loan to buy. I hate how they automatically always go for loan to buy options. But so yeah, make sure you delegate and just say loan only, because you don't want them pinching your young players when they have so much potential. Even though he's only 48 overall, I think he can develop into something quite special. But next game's going to be back in the Premier League now against Fulham, and this game was an absolute slaughter. You see that we get a goal there early on. Then we get to Grealish here, who I don't know how that shot was not blocked. He went across the keeper. But we go up 2, and then right on half-time here, we're not stopping, looking for another. He played out wide to Cash, who gets it into Watkins. Thought he might have been offside, but he finishes it beautifully, posting in. And you see here, I skip ahead near here to the end of the game. We're actually up 7-0. And Wesley puts one more in to make it 8-0. Absolute thumping. I think it's the biggest win of my at least my Aston Villa career, and possibly all time, because that was absolutely ridiculous. But the replays come up quite quickly now. It's going to be obviously in Swansea. This time I believe it's at their home ground, so they're going to have all the fans going nuts. And you see here, I try to take their player out, but he gets past the challenge anyway, and they go up early once again. And right on half-time, looking to double their lead, and they do with a great piece of play there. And all of a sudden, we're down 2-0 once again. Can lightning strike twice? Well, we get one back pretty early on, so we have 20 minutes remaining to try to force this one to penalties or extra time. I'm not too sure what the exact rules are in the FA Cup. But we get it ahead to Wesley, basically a one-on-one. Tries to go across the keeper, but it doesn't pay off. And then Nkunku goes and retrieves it, gets it back to Barkley, who probably should have shot, but he tried to get to Wesley, and he goes down. And the ref doesn't give the penalty. And that's our FA Cup tournament has came to an end for us, unfortunately. We had chances. just didn't make the most of them, and it's very disappointing to go out so early on, especially as the defending champions. And hopefully our job isn't affected by that, because that would be quite sad to lose our job this early on in the season, just over halfway now. So we're currently in 7th, with Wolves breathing down our neck. But back in the Premier League again against Crystal Palace, I think that they've brought in Dimitri Payet. I believe they sold Zaha to Everton as well. So this is a very different Crystal Palace team. Going back with my strongest lineup here, with Ollie Watkins, Premier League top scorer with 19 goals, looking to break the record of 32 or 33, I think it might have been, with 16 games to go. So he definitely has a chance of doing that. And you see here just a good solo run here with Nkunku. No one decided to stop the ball, and he just puts in a great shot, top bins. As we go ahead to the second half now, Crystal Palace equalise. Martinez glued to the spot. Just a good finish there from them. And they look to take the lead here. And McGinn gets absolutely done. And Eze somehow gets the ball back off the rebound there. A bit of a scuffed goal there. Very unlucky. You hate conceding goals like that as they go up 2-1. But just after kickoff, we get it to the outside to Targo, who puts in a great cross to the youngster Porter, who I brought on. And it's paid off. The youngster, he looks to be something special, and I can't wait to use him more and more as the games go on and the season continues. But we had a late chance to win it here through Douglas Luiz. His shot gets blocked. Comes out to Edwards. His shot gets blocked. Then we get it to Porter, and what do you know? His shot gets blocked. But we still have it, and Grealish tries to spin his man, just loses control. I tried to get it to Edwards, but he just can't reach the ball there. And Crystal Palace escape in the end with a point out of this one. You see the shot discrepancy again. We had so many more chances than our opponent, but we just couldn't get that extra goal. And then I decided to go out and bring in another player to help bolster this team. We look to be lacking a little bit. And even though I do really like Mings as a player, and he means a lot to this Aston Villa side, I think his time as a first team player might be up. And I'm looking to bring in Koundé. Chelsea were sniffing around for him, but I decided to go in with a pretty decent offer there with around 50 mil, I think it might have been. And they accepted that. So I'm going to be using him here in his debut match. I'm going to be pairing him with Diego Carlos, who was another great signing of mine. I think that these two will be the backline of the future. And then I also have Konsa and Mings in reserve for centre backs anyway. But I am changing up the squad a little bit just on that right-hand side to try to get some players a bit of a run. Traore and Aarons are going to be coming into this one against Burnley. And hopefully we can get the win here as Watkins fires one off the crossbar early on. Very unlucky not to score there. But Chris Wood, the New Zealander, early on in the second half manages to get one past Martinez with a very good strike. And Burnley here get past my centre-back there. And Martinez just... I feel like he should be doing better. These are like edge-of-the-box type shots. But maybe they're just finishing them too good. But we get Douglas Luiz, gets one back for us, goes to pick the ball up. And hopefully we can get something out of this match with just over 10 minutes left now. And from kickoff, you're seeing, if you're seeing something from kickoff, you know something's about to happen. And we get it to Barkley, and Barkley just waits for the play to develop and gets it to Watkins, who just has the pace to get by his centre-back. And hits it across the keeper, and just like that, we've tied this game up with 2 goals in basically 2 minutes. And all of a sudden, we're looking for a winner now. We get it out wide to Grealish, who's in acres of space, but he's going to be on a tight angle. 90th minute, he tries to thump it near post past Pope, but Pope does what he should do and covers his near post. And that game finishes up 2-0. So we're drawing a lot of games recently, which isn't great, only getting points here and there. But we are still in January, and since we brought in a centre-back, I'm going to let one go in Engels, and that's going to bring us to the end of today's episode. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. It really helps me out, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.